Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Let's get it in. 105,500 for Bitcoin. Can we hold, baby? Can we hold? Let's find out. Let's go. Okay, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Wait, hi, everybody. Wait, and pause. I'm Joe Biden. I'm reading them. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each. Start you off with a laugh here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Hope everyone's going well. Having a wonderful day out here on a beautiful Friday. And we're having an awesome time. Let's get the lemon into the water. Whoa, oh, whoa, oh, oh. My God. I got it though. I got it. A little crazy over here. I like to get crazy on a Friday, you know what I'm saying? Wow, that tastes pretty dang good. See if we can finish that jar by the end of the stream today. And you could do the same. And we can have a chugging contest. We used to do that too. See if I can chug this faster than you. You think you could chug this faster than me? You think you could chug this faster than me? I'll give you a couple minutes to get yourself a giant gulp of water. Let's see if you can get any close to as fast as I can chug this. This is huge. It's like a general mug, you know what I mean? So we'll have a chugging contest, then we'll start the stream, and we'll get it in. Ready? Ready? Are you ready? I'll give you some time. A 1, a 2, and a 3. Sorry. Oh man, I feel like I feel good. Let's start the stream. God bless you all. Love you. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on as I blew out your ears. $105,000 BTC. You never know what's going to happen here on the show. Oh, my stomach feels straight. Too much water, too fast. Oh, I definitely had to I had to let one out there. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's so rude, man. Okay. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And I have too hot of a spot here. And that's what's going on. All right, there we go. All right, let's get into the chart, Sammy. Stop distracting the people here. Shout out to everyone here. It's a crazy Friday. I don't know what I do, the crazy things I do. So let's take a look at BOOKMAP here. BOOKMAP suggesting we could go either way. If you take a look here at BTC, all the way down to 101,000 is big red. So they say they want to take us down. You know, we had to make a call. They say they want to take us down, but we still have liquidity all the way up to 110,000 too. So it's on either side, but if you had to make a call, they want to take us further to the downside here for Bitcoin. All right, that's just what we're seeing. Let me jump on into the chat, see what's happening into the chat, and see how everybody's doing here today. Whoa. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So, my man, you win everything. God bless you, man. Did anyone beat me? Did anyone beat me? Did anyone try to chug with me? Did anyone put a 333 if you actually got a jug of water and tried to chug with me? Did anyone beat me on the chug? Did anyone get close? And you can be honest, I'll believe you. You know what I mean? Anyone actually do it? Did anyone actually do it? Some people really did do it, huh? Really? People really did the chug, right? Unbelievable. Awesome. More show about an imitate. You're funny, man. Energy. Yeah. So anyway, Bitcoin, 105,800, doing this nice little punch off the 15-minute. I looked at it this morning and suggested we could get a bump. We did that. Last night, we sat together on a weekly screen share. I said I really wasn't going to trade, but then I saw my model. And when I saw my model, I went with it. And my model, I'll show you what my model is right now, and I'll explain to you how I made the gains last night. I woke up in gains. The trade played out exactly right. We hit the exact target, and everything went exactly as it was supposed to. It was a perfect trade. I'm going to show you exactly how that happened. And we're going to have some fun today. That's going to be a teaching moment. And then we're going to break down Bitcoin. I've got so much planned for you today. I've got a big stream. A lot of awesome coins. A new coin, too, that's really starting to gain some steam here in the AI agent space that I think you may want to know about. 2 coins, actually, that I'm going to show you later on today in the stream. All right. May God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in and appreciate you sharing your most precious asset. And that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Liver Show as we onboard you into cryptocurrency and show you what's happening here every single day with BTC. All right, so BOOKMAP suggests we go lower. They're not 100%, but they're about 80% accurate. And it suggests we are going to go back somewhere down to $101,000, $102,000. But that's what BOOKMAP says. It's not always 100%, and we're going to take it one day, one step, one candle at a time. A lot of money getting flown in here. You can see there's a lot of Litecoin getting bought. Wow, H-bar just getting flown in there right now. A big old link buy coming in. Bitcoin, of course, always getting bought up. People are loving their BTC. And, it's just crypto. This is going to be the future, everyone, of money. We all can see it. Avalanche getting bought a little bit there. But, wow, it's a lot of Bitcoin. Wow, big Avalanche. The bigger the ball, the bigger the buy. All right. Tether getting printed there, right? Some Cardano coming on in here. So I like it. I like what I'm seeing. A lot of Ethereum getting punched in. A lot of Chainlink. I'm telling you, Chainlink's going to have its day. I see a nice 4 to 5x coming out of Chainlink to $100, $125 a coin. But again, you do you. I'll do me. All right. Leia AI is the smallest cap coin that I'm into right now. I got in around a $9 to $10 million market cap. We had a huge pump to an 18. I was up 80%. Came back down, but I'm not in for the small ball. I'm in for the long haul here. And it's now in a beautiful flag, starting to consolidate and get ready for its possible next move to the upside. This is an actual AI agent that can go online, talk to you, interact. She can do live streams. She can talk to humans. She can tweet. She's interesting. She analyzed the market. She knows a lot. And they did a lot to build her, too. And she has a lot of good back-end data. Very interesting person to talk to. So, anyway, we'll keep looking at that. And then Buzz, man. Buzz is on my radar. Why do I like Buzz? Honestly, Buzz looks like a real project that's going to do something. Easily get to $1 to $2 billion market cap. As far as I'm concerned, the modular network of interoperable DeFi agents. I mean, and I did my research on this. My buddy did too as well. It looked great. I actually wanted it earlier here. Then I saw it consolidate. I put it out to the group here, suggesting it would come back down. When it did, there's the buy. We nailed it, and then it ripped. And we are still in the gains right now from that entry if you took Buzz. So Buzz looking pretty nice to me. Again, maybe it goes nowhere and goes to zero. You never know, but it's got a strong market cap. It's got good liquidity. It's got a great narrative, and it's got a good team. And I see this thing doing numbers. And again, I don't know the team. No one paid me to talk about Buzz. I found it on my own. Deep dive in the internet and decided, hey, this looks like it's something I want to park my gains into, and I'm still in it, and I'm still up, and I'm excited to see where Buzz could go. It is on Sol, and I am shilling a coin that I do own, right? I would, you don't have to touch it. If I were you, I wouldn't touch it. Find out your own research, do your own stuff. I don't need anyone to buy my bags. Trust me, I'm not into that, right? If anything, hey, you can just watch what happens to my bag and find out. You don't even have to jump on in and come back tomorrow, the next few days, and we'll see what happens to Buzz. It'll be a fun experiment. You can watch my live stream, baby, and we can get it in. All right. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. Bitcoin. Earlier today, I put an update to the trading group. And what did I say? Well, last night, number one, I used the 5-minute time frame. We did a beautiful weekly live stream last night. And right as the live stream ended, I saw my model towards the end of the night. My model is you get a pump, you cross the 200. But then you get away from the 21-day moving average. So I know once we gap for the 21, we're going to have to come back. And I'm so good at this. And so once I see this, I know. And I'm pretty good at when and how it's going to happen. I don't know how, but I use stochastics, I guess. That's like, and your subconscious mind will dial into all these tiny nuances over time if you do it every single day. If you do something every day, there'll be an elevated level to it that you'll get that no one else will receive. You'll be on another level. All right. You'll be on another level. So you want to see this here. All right. And you want to see this come back down to the 21. When it hits the 21, then you take the trade. You want to see the Stokes come low. So my whole life is setting this position and waiting. I'm always ahead of the trade before the trade happens, okay? And I can see where I want to get in because this is a model. So the 5-minute model. And so when the 21's about closer, I start to buy in around here or when the 21, And that has a 90% chance for my back testing of pumping to the upside. So I got in last night. I went to bed. And I put a take profit somewhere up there, and I went to sleep. Somewhere, I'll show you the trade. Let me see exactly where it pushed me out. I didn't analyze it as close. I had a lot to do today after I closed the trade. Wasn't huge gains, but I woke up to almost $300, right? Yeah, so I sold at 105,485, right? Why did that do that? What was that about? Always something over here. Shout out to the 2,000 people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And don't miss a beat. And so, that looked like it was going to blast to the upside, and I sold it 105,485, like right there, I figured I'd get most of the length of the pole. And I could see we were in the diamond, right? And so to me, it looked like, I don't know why there's two diamonds. I guess I hit control. And it looked like we were going to hit somewhere near the top of the diamond. You see what I'm saying? Somewhere into here. So I figured I didn't want to go all the way to the top of it if we didn't hit it. So I put my cell right there and I went to sleep. All right. And when I woke up in the morning, it did exactly what it was supposed to do. And I sold out right there. Look, I must have got that wick, which is crazy. It did go higher, but then when I came in the morning, it was slightly lower. And so then what I saw here was I went to the 15-minute and I started seeing this flag develop. And I said to my trading group, I said, this looks like it's going to break to the upside based on this movement here. So I said, keep an eye on the 15 minutes. First, I did a video update that you got. You got an in-depth video update explaining all the ins and outs of Bitcoin, what I saw happening for the day. And then Fridays are usually slow, right? But keep an eye on the 15-minute. Flags are pointing up aggressively. See, whenever I see the stochastics, and I'll give you this look here. So whenever I see the stochastics, see how they're kind of curving there? I see a flag. Moving averages are conjoining, getting tight. Boom. Like 90% of the time, there's some type of movement there. So again, I wasn't excited. I'm in a trade right now. We'll see where it goes. But I said, keep an eye on the 50-minute. Flag stokes are pointing up aggressively, right? And then boom. Next thing you know, that pumped to the upside. So I just want to show you, if you do learn from me, both things that I talked about and went over last night played out, and my update here. So it just, again, I'm not trying to tell you I'm a genius. It doesn't happen every moment. It's not 100%, but most of the time, the stuff that I'm going to teach you is going to play out over because I've back tested it and I put years of my life into it. And I know. And so I wouldn't tell you anything without conviction, I would never put my dad told me to never ruin your last name. He said, all you have is your name, Sam Price. He said, don't ever ruin your name for anything, not for money, not for anybody. Don't you dare, Sam. He said it's the most. And so when I tell you a chart's likely going to play out, and if it doesn't 20 times straight, then my name's mud, man. And so because of what my dad told me, I would never come out here and tell you something that I didn't put a lot of my own effort into before I told you it, because I don't want to look like a clown. Understand? Because I have pride in myself. I care about where I came from. And so when I teach you something, when I go over what I've studied, it's because I've done it for years. And I do not want to look like a fool. All right? So I'm not going to come out here and give you stuff that I haven't back tested scientifically, put my life and soul into, and act like it's cool. All right? And I love all the other analysts out here, but they just don't have the 20 years I have in the market. They just don't. And they didn't make the money I made, and they didn't find their way through multiple markets. I've done it, I did it, I'm still here, and I love what I do every single day teaching you guys. So I just want to make that clear. I'm not going to throw stuff at you that doesn't make sense. Every once in a while, it's going to be hairy. Every once in a while, you might think my science is a little, but bear with me, keep watching me, and you're going to see over time the probabilities continue to chew away at the market, So what are we looking at here now? Well, we'll do our top-down analysis for you. I've already done it for the trading group. We've already had a blast looking at all this awesome stuff. We've already even made a couple trades. But let's see kind of where we're at on the bigger picture here for Bitcoin and what could be happening. So right off the bat, I double-click this really, and we can see the chart for what it is. That's a bull flag. That's broken out, period. That's a weekly bull flag breakout. The bigger target is this whole length. The smaller is just that wick to that wick. I'll give you the bigger idea. 150K by March 31st. All right? $150,000 Bitcoin by March. That's what it says is likely going to happen. The weekly edging up above that candle. Very, very important that this weekly candle closes above 106, really, in my humble opinion, but above this 100, where this candle high was, which is where it opened, is 104.4. So 105.5, very, very important. All right. I teach class tomorrow, the last Saturday of every month. I do teach class. I did a horrible job promoting it this week, but I teach a class. I think this is the first time I've even promoted it. I'm not good at promoting my own class. Look at that. But I teach class this Saturday. I think it's one of the greatest times you could ever have. You can sit with me for 2.5 to 3 hours from 9 to 12:30. Even I usually go over a little bit. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday mornings. And we sit there together. It's $150. I give you my sauce. I teach you all the stuff. I show you how I got into Bitcoin, when I got in. I explain what Bitcoin is, the hash rate. In that 3 hours, you just get a complete guide into what cryptocurrency is and began. The beginnings of Bitcoin, really. The idea of when I got into Bitcoin, why I got into Bitcoin, how I studied a little bit of fiat currency, And then I show you all the indicators that I use, how I use them on large time frames, small time frames, my 9-point checklist. I give you a PowerPoint when I'm done. I give you proper risk management so you finally know how to actually set up a trade and teach yourself how to stay inside a proper risk. So I'm there. If you want it, it's tomorrow. I do it once a month. I'm excited to do it. It takes a lot out of me, but I like doing it live. I could just sell pre-records like everybody else, but I like to meet the people. I like to touch the people. I like to be there, baby, because you only live once, man. And it's not about the money. It's about the vibes, baby. Let's go. I'm motivated every single day to push myself to the limit, to push you to the limit. Let's become the greatest version of ourselves every single day, baby. Let's recreate ourselves. Let's push ourselves. There's no reason why we shouldn't be just hitting the highest limits we've ever thought possible. We should be the star of our own movies. We should be walking onto the stage, baby. This is your life. Take it by storm, man. Stop waiting for everybody else to give you a handout. Nobody gave me a handout. I started this channel. I worked it every day until something happened. I made my job that I have today. You can too. Get creative. Let's go. Stop waiting. It's got to happen through you, through your universe, through your move. So I see this for Bitcoin on the weekly. I like what I'm seeing. Let's flip down into the 3-day chart. Stay motivated. I love technical analysis. It gets me going. I am such a nerd that TA gets me going. I'm sorry that I'm that nerdy, but I love the math. I love the fibs. I like the way it looks. Okay, I'm into it. All right, I don't care who makes fun of me. I don't care who thinks it's weird. I like this stuff. All right, it gets me going. It gets me excited. I like counting gains. I like waking up to gains like I did this morning because I was able to see something scientifically that I figured out for years. That is fun. That to me is how the world works. You work so hard to learn, and then you use what you've learned to benefit yourself monetarily. I mean, there is nothing better than that. So 3-day chart definitely is at a double top, right? We can't say it's not. It's double topping a bit here. MACD does want to turn to the upside, though. I like how it's looking. RSI is all right. A little bit of a bearish div, though. It's almost exaggerated as that's flat and that's down. So that's a little not the best sign. That is some bearish divergence. I got to tell you right there. And, maybe we curve down. And that's a double top. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm slightly cautious here. That is a bearish sign, period. All right. Weekly still looks good. But when we look at the 3-day, that's bearish. I would like to see this close green. I'd like to see it close well above 106,000. But as long as it closes above these two candles, it X's out the double top. And we can have a sigh of relief. So we just get that close above here. We're good to go. That closes tonight, this 3-day candle. It likes to close Friday nights. It offsets, but it eventually comes back to a Friday night. It closes Friday night, tonight at 8 p.m. So I'm going to post that to the group. We're going to see what happens there on the 3-day chart. The daily looking absolutely lovely, defying bearish div on the Stokes, which is something I'm, very rare for me to see. But I keep drawing this idea. See, I'm a moving average guy. I've trusted them more than anything else, more than stochastics, more than even support and resistance. I mean, they go hand in hand, but man, moving averages to me. And so I'm going to tell you why there's a likelihood of a big move for Bitcoin, regardless of if Trump wasn't in office, just erase all the news, because the news has got you going. I know, it's got us all going. We're so bullish. How could we not? So you just don't see how we could dump. But they like to manipulate us. They like to make us feel things. They like to make us... And so I always take everything one step at a time now. I've been in this market too many times, and I've thought things that didn't happen so many times. And I don't want you to get caught up in the sauce. But what I want to show you is look, when the moving averages got tight here, we moved. Tight here, we moved. When the moving averages got very close, and on the daily time frame, a nice move to the upside here. Moving averages got tight there, a nice move up. Moving averages got tight here. Beautiful move up until the 21 and the 200 get far apart. And they get tight again and boom. And you can see, look at the 21 and the 80 and the 50, they branch out like putting on a glove, I always say. I was cold in Boston putting on my gloves all the time. You had to open up your hands to get your hands in those fingers, right? And so it's like, so when moving averages get tight, it tells me to accumulate an asset, specifically on big time frames. I start buying 20 grand, 20 grand, 20 grand, 20. I start making a big bag. And then when they get really far apart, that's that usually tells you it's time to take some profit. When they start getting back together again, that creates the pump. So right now they are starting to come together. I'd like the 200 come a little closer, so we might even do something like this. 2 weeks more of a little more consolidation, and then boom, like a massive move, right? So I just wanted to show you that idea. The moving averages are starting to tell me, from my years of backtesting, that there's a big move coming for Bitcoin. And it is a bullish move. So, and this is clearly a breakout as far as I'm concerned. And what my mentor, the first thing my mentor taught me when I started trading, really like wedges and patterns, he said, Sam, the best trade you can make is a flag outside of a falling wedge. He said, those have the highest probability for me. I put the most amount of money in those. They've made me the most, Sam. He said, if you can find a flag outside of a wedge, I'm telling you right now, man, that is the money maker for me. And I said, okay, thank you. I'm going to use that. And so this flag was a fake out. I told you to forget this and act like it didn't happen. Use it for support and resistance, but act like it was a fake out of the pattern. Came back inside, and then I said, let's treat this falling wedge as if it's a regular falling wedge. That would go wick to wick there, right, to the measured move. So this is still waiting to get to 113,000. That's where this pattern says it's going. And look, the pattern has never failed. It's going up and down, but it has more green candles than red, and it's on a trajectory. And this previous resistance became support. See, that was very, very crucial right there. This level. And this is another reason why I'm so heavy on a big long right now. All right. I have a massive long open. It's a bit big. It's a bit big. All right. And I could get crushed. And I'll tell you, I'll show you it right now. So I'm in right about 105.5, okay? 14,000 at 7x leverage. It's a 90.94 BTC trade. It's a BTC USD perpetual. They won't let me put any more in there for whatever reason. They cap you on that amount. That started, I don't know, it wasn't always the case. To open up a bigger trade, I have to use US Tether now. I don't know why, because I would have made this even bigger. Anyway, the point is, the liquidation is 92,000, and I'm going all the way up to like 112. I want to see how far I can take the trade, honestly. So on a big, huge day of a massive green candle, I'm going to be selling it when I see us on the daily getting far away from the 21-day moving average. When I see that move that I usually play on the 1 minute on the daily, that's when I'm going to be taking the trade, right? You can see we're inside of this symmetrical triangle right now. The flag is breaking out. We're going to get into all of that. There might even be a live trade to be had here on the channel in the next few minutes, just to get you kind of... Fridays aren't my favorite day to trade, but that's a little bit of a flag there that suggests that you are going to get a move to the upside. So, again, I'm in that long already. You can see I'm up 280. We'll see what happens, and again, that's peanuts. I'm not trying to take the 280. I just want to see. This one I'm holding, man. I'm finally going to hold. I always make perfectly long calls, and I scalp them up, and I trade the 4 and a couple bits of the daily, but I'll take $3,000 or $5,000, or, this one I really want to make it go all the way, baby. So, and again, who knows? Maybe I'll have to bail. You never know. But that's the longer term trade that I'm in. That may be the only trade I open today. I don't know if I'm going to be in any other trades. It's Friday. It's low volume. It was a crazy week. And I like to let things settle after the insane Trump coin thing that happened last week. It was just a lot, And so anyway, this is a symmetrical triangle. It could go either way. But because you're above the 200 MA and the 21's touching price action, chance, stochastics look like they do want to dump on you, though. But that's small time frame stuff. Anyway, so Bitcoin on the daily looks pretty good to me. And it's flagging outside of a falling wedge, which, as I told you, my mentor taught me when I was very young, that this was a very, very, that was one of the best places to trade, right? And I'm talking, man, 8 years ago? Isn't that crazy? It feels like yesterday. Very strange. Very, very strange. And I'd already been trading U.S. markets and gold and silver, so yeah, maybe this pumps out of nowhere. Maybe it makes that right shoulder and dumps on our face. Maybe it goes sideways and pumps up. The likelihood to me now is that we go sideways and pump based on how the 21 and the moving averages are starting to react. The daily is very close to the 21. That's a very good sign. No stress for that. That's something I really like to see. So I am bullish. The daily looks pretty good to me. I want to see that 3-day candle give me what I want, though. That's going to be the key. All right. I want to see that 3-day candle give us what we desire there. 22-hour looks like it's ready to pump. And I like the 22 and the 12. They're like my favorite kind of little secret passageway entries. They say a big pump could happen tonight. Like, see how that's that looks like boom, 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 boom. Like, maybe, you never know. We may be at 123,000 literally by next week. You never know. And stop by for my macro top-down analysis video I'll be putting out later today. You definitely don't want to miss that puppy. All right. That'll be out later on today. I'm also going to be putting out an XRP price prediction video and Cardano price prediction video. I'm going to be doing all sorts of different interesting, fun videos like the SWE video I just did. Did anyone watch the SWE video? Let me know if you saw my newest addition to the trade, to the channel. But I made this awesome video about SWE. All right, it's actually doing really good. It performed very, very well compared to the last few videos, pre-recorded videos, right? So I do pre-record videos. Jump on in if you like those, and let's get these views up. Let's get to 100,000 subscribers, baby. We're on our way. 88,498. On our way to 89,000, everybody. When we crack that 9, then the next level 91, 92, 93, and then there's gonna be a day 99, and then we're gonna be on the channel one day, and I'm gonna be like, man, we're about to hit 100,000. Then it's gonna happen, and then it's gonna be over, and then it's kind of like New Year's. Like you get excited for it, and then it happens, and then you're like, okay, we did it. Now what? Right? And now it's on. I know it's gonna feel like that, but at least, hey, that hasn't happened yet. I want to make sure I'm healthy, I maintain, and I make it all the way, baby. So let's break down what I see happening here on the daily, on the 4 hour. So the 4 hour definitely to me is in a diamond. It's in a diamond pattern, right? I could even just make it yellow and white, right? But it's in a diamond pattern for sure, as far as I'm concerned. And diamonds break down the way they came in. So if it came into the bottom, this would break down until we're able to get out of this top trend line, which I'll be like, you could say we kind of, I don't know. Almost want to feel like we broke out. Look at that. See that? I mean, that's a breakout. Resistance, resistance, resistance. So, now it could be a fake out. And again, I've seen Bitcoin pump out of the diamond, goes in and pumps right out. Bitcoin loves to deny, like it will pump out a bear flag. It does some funny stuff, man. Bitcoin really does some funny stuff. It'll make you laugh. But for the most part, it really does follow technical analysis. Like right there, that's an ascending triangle on the 1 hour time frame. You see? Suggesting they could break to the upside. I don't like the stochastics curving like that. And, maybe we open this up a bit and we come down a little bit today. So it looks like the 1 hour may reset or go sideways. And tonight there could be fireworks. What I'm seeing right now is the charts are conveying to me that tonight Bitcoin may start to pump. So write that down. Remember that I said it, because I usually don't say stuff like that. It's very rare. But the reason I'm saying it is because the moving averages are getting so tight. Price action has wound itself into a very tight position. It's going up or down very soon in an explosive manner. I mean, you can see it. We're getting very, very tight. So I see a move for Bitcoin coming, I'd say, in the next 6 to 10 hours, even though it is the weekend. And even though, maybe some news comes out, maybe a bank collapses. I don't know what's going to happen. But don't forget that banks are insolvent compared to Bitcoin. And if they don't start adopting Bitcoin, which they're going to have to, they're going to fall off. All right? Like, our U.S. government's going to be stronger than the banking system, and the banking system was always trying to control the government. You have to remember that. That's how they got control of the government, through the banking pen. He says, right, it was a Kissinger or someone, he says, or someone, I don't care if, I don't need the army at all. He says, give me the pen. And through the banking system, I will control the entire country every time. Like, I'm not saying it, I'm paraphrasing there, but, and someone can go dig up that quote for me. But it's pretty, So this looks bullish to me. I got to give it to you. I didn't see this before. See this kind of ascending triangle? And the moving average is above the 200 MA. I would only short this market if they, out of nowhere, they might just dump. And then we might lose the 200 MA. And if the 1 hour loses the 200 MA, and then we'll come down here. And so I'm open-minded that we could dump, everyone. And then if we do dump, it's, we could dump to 94,000. And I'll take a beat down on that trade. So it could happen. It could happen, right? What I did is when I made the 60K on Trump, I said, all right, I'll risk like 14,000, and I probably won't wait to get the liquidation, but, if I, what I mean? I'll risk a third of the win, see if I can get some more here on BTC. And again, high risk, of course, but that's how I made it out of the fire, everyone. Like, I did one trade one day, I made 50K. And I took 15 of that, and I made a very aggressive move on it. And I said, hey, if I lose, I'm still up 35. And luckily, most of those really aggressive plays I made played out. Thank the Lord, because I really think about what I do before I do it, and I made it this far. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my strategies. When I win big, I take a chunk out, I put a chunk away, and then I take a chunk out to see if I can turn it into something else. And it allows me to be far more aggressive than I was before. Like the old, like say you're sitting there with a $5,000 portfolio and like next thing you know, you hit for 25 grand. Well, now you could have 4 or 5 $5,000 positions now. And now you might just swing trade 5K. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just talking about me and my life and kind of thinking. But the idea is whenever I made a bigger trade, I took some off the table. Number one, you hear what I said, right? I made 50K. I took 35 out. I left 15 or 60 left, took 45 left. I'm always taking some back. I cashed out last night. I just want to make everybody know I cashed out last night. I cashed out like a taxable event that I'll pay taxes. I cashed out like, you know what I'm saying? I did and I know I did. I did it because I know I have to always take some profits on the way up. It is what it is. Okay. So God bless everybody here on the live. I hope you're having a good time and get yourself a hardware wallet. Please do not leave all your money on an exchange. I've been a hardware wallet component for a long, long time. I'm not hearing it again. I don't hear it ever. All I hear is leverage, meme coins, this and that. I hear nobody talk about putting their money on a hardware wallet, right? So, yeah, this looks interesting to me. This is getting consolidated. That's a consolidative move there. That's consolidation above moving averages. And you finally have wound into this channel. That could be a beautiful move to the upside. In my humble opinion, you did slightly break out of this trend line too. So again, I could be completely wrong. We may double top here, dump, and we may be down here at 99,000 in a couple hours. I just want you to understand, I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. I'm not telling you that I know what's going to happen. I'm showing you that the probability is high that we're going up, and I'm going to take that probability. Whether we win or lose, it'll just be how I interpreted the probability, and you can't beat yourself up every single time. All right. Look at Jim Rohn. Kill the boy and let the man be born. Jim Rohn. You know what I'm saying? It's time to move on. It's time to get in. It's time to get yourself to another level. See, people love this stream or they hate this stream, and the reason is because I'm not going to allow you to be the lowest version of yourself. That's not allowed here. You must be the highest version of yourself here on the stream. Because that's what we expect of you, and that's what you expect of yourself. This is a place of high reward, high standards. Never lower your standards for anybody. Never. I'm telling you right now. Never lower your standards for anybody. If you believe you deserve to live in a 10,000 square foot house overlooking the water, then that's where you deserve to be. All right? Doesn't mean you have to step on people to get there either. You can live in love and get there. I can prove to people that you do not have to be a cutthroat, horrible person to become awesome and to be financially free. You just have to follow your heart and do what you love every single day. If you love talking on camera, do that. I love talking on camera. I do it every day, right? I like doing what I like, playing with the charts. I do it every day. Do what you love. Go after your passions. Don't let anyone tell you can't do it, and don't get away from anybody that puts you down or that doesn't serve you in a positive spiritual light. Get away from them, please. And I'm saying, as I say that, I get angry at my old self who used to sit around people that used to suck my energy, waste my time, and take me down. And, it did not serve me, and I wasted so much of my time. And when I finally cut the people off, got my focus, man, my energy was at its apogee. Actually and factually increasing daily, rapidly, baby. Let's go. So... but let's rock this house all the way to the upside, baby. It looks like Bitcoin could go to 110,000. We can make some cake. It could also be a double top. We have a major resistance. Let's get that closed. That 3-day tonight is going to tell a story. So I could harp on Bitcoin all day long here, but I think we did a pretty good job at about 10:50, and it took us about 35 minutes to kind of lock into BTC. And so I see what's happening. I don't know if you do. And I'm pretty confident, and I like where it's going. And again, I'm prepared for the downside. I understand the upside, and I can see both scenarios. And I'm prepared if we lose this 200 MA on the 1 minute, what could happen and what to do on the 15, and the 1 hour. And, I am also prepared if we continue to pump here up to 110. And so beautiful move out of the diamond so far that very well may break itself out of the diamond. We could extend the diamond. You could say, no, that's the trend line, and we're going to come right back down, and this thing is going to dump on you. I'm open to that. But for now, I live in the flag. until the flag tells me it's not a flag no more. You see what I'm saying? I live in this flag until the flag doesn't exist, and then I'll reposition my reality. Right now, this is my reality. This is quantum theory. I don't change my reality until the reality changes. I live in this reality. Understand? And I learned that, and so we formed it into this motion. All right. Let's jump on into crypto rank, see what's happening on the day around the world here in crypto. So Xtereo, I told you to look at that. Brand new coin. We always want to know what's hot and what's new. I don't even know the names of it sometimes, but you just got to grasp what's coming. You're on a treadmill, coins are flying at you every day. There's no difference between me and you. We're human beings, coins are flying at us every day. How we interpret those coins, what happens, and the buttons we press determines who makes more money than the other. And if you have guts, you got to have some guts. You got to have some gall. 260 for Solana. I mean, I put in 100 grand at 109. Like, let's go, baby. And I've been in all the ups and downs. We went back to 109 a couple times, 120 a couple times. It's looked hairy. It's looked messy. Definitely could have panic sold. Could have taken 10 grand off the table, 20 grand off the table. No. I'm in for the long haul. When I make a trade, I make a trade. Okay? And I stick to my conviction. I'm in this till we're going to 500 at least. I'm going to make $500,000 at the very least off this trade. That's it. I said that a year and a half when I put it in, and that's it. Okay? Sweet, 440. I was talking about Solana. I remember at $12 in the jacuzzi. If you remember 12 and 20 in that jacuzzi, someone said, yeah, you called Solana on the low in the jacuzzi when I was staying in St. Pete. I remember it in the morning there. Sweet, 440. All right? Sui holding nicely. I do have a big old bag of Sui, and I have a big old bag of Deep Protocol, which I believe is going to, just come up behind it. Anime coin, never heard of it. You might want to look at that. Anime is hot. How could that not be hot? Market cap's already pretty big. It may be something worth swinging. Usual keeps trucking along, and it's down. Might want to research why it down. Could be a good dip. Layer Zero is another hot coin that I like that's been great to swing trade. I'll add it. And Egen Layer finally out there, and I've been staking Egen Layer for a long time. Kika's had a little bit of a run. People still looking at it. It doesn't really excite me. I believe AI16Z is a great buy below $1 billion. All right, as we're getting a little bit of a pullback, and AIXPT and virtuals too. These are all pulling back a little bit, and they still got legs. Ondo Finance, because you're hearing more about Larry Fink, SEC, and every time you hear him talk about RWA, real world tokenization, you got to think Ondo, you got to think Chainlink, you got to start realizing that's what's going to happen, okay? Analog might be something you want to look. Phantom's going to come out with a coin, it looks like. The Phantom is going to come up with it. Look, it looks like Phantom will have a coin. How will that not be one of the hottest things in the game, right? So pay attention to Phantom. See the most visited coins in the last 7 days. NodePay, official Trump, right? These are what people are looking at. Attention matters. That's why I use this. Grass is starting to kind of come up again. This is how I know in the next few weeks I'll put out perfect swing trades, because now I'm going to study these coins, and these are the coins that are going to give us probably the bigger multiples or the faster swing trades, right? So while I'm swing trading my money on the side, right, I'm also building position. So I'm always want to be wary of what's hot. And then I also couple this with just looking Onyx coin having that massive run. Shout out to anyone that got into Onyx with us, and easy, beautiful performer on MEXC. I heard people having problems on Coinbase. That's the one thing about MEXC. I've never seen MEXC have an issue so far. Once or twice, maybe like a lot of people bogging it down or something. But for me, MEXC has performed great. I've been able to get in and out of every position I've ever been in on MEXC. No problems. Link to MEXC in the description or in the pinned comment. If you want to jump on into MEXC today, it has the best fees in the game. The least amount of fees of any single exchange. No one, I don't think anyone charges less than them. They can't be beat. No one gets more coins than them. They can't be beat. No one gets the coins faster. They had Trump faster, so you didn't even need to get and transfer your money around. They had it right there for you. Unbelievable. MEXC is the fastest, quickest when it comes to the coins, man. You won't see anything better. Next up is Weeks. Weeks is awesome for futures trading. They come up better trying to get the coins, but MEXC just, nothing could beat MEXC. Litecoin, banging on them. 1 hour KuCoin, Gate.io. So not a lot of movement here today. Okay, we'll take a look at Banter Bubbles on top of that and see, is anything kind of green? And funny, in the last year, SPX and Virtuals really were big winners. Ohm really had a big one, and Farcoin. Those are the big gainers this year. Unbelievable. Trump 297.28, things still on the month. I mean, it's beautiful, right? And in the last hour live, though, not much kicking. Crow, a little bit of movement there, but not much around And yeah, so altcoins still a little sideways here. But today, a little bit of a move, a little bit of movement here and there. Some liquid staking, some ETH, Atom, some of the older coins. You can see Atom, ETH, Near, Litecoin, right? And Jupiter, because that has connections to Solana, and Solana's up strong today. So, hey, there's still money to be made in the Solana ecosystem. As I showed you, I started off with 2 Solana AI agents that I'm looking at. So the attention is there, and that's where it's forming. That's likely where we're going to see. Wow, that blue matches my blue shirt. That's a nice blue. Gotta like that. So shout out to everybody here. Hope you're having a wonderful time on the show. Kind of showing you what's hot and what's not here in crypto space. All right, let me jump on into the chat and see what the chat is doing, because this chat rips. One of the funnest chats in all of crypto. You learn so much from this chat alone. People don't even come here for me. They come here for the chat, honestly. They know that the chat's full of awesome coins. People know what they're talking about. And people give us gems here in the chat. So here's the pinned comment. If you want to sign up to my trading group, it would be awesome. I think you would learn so much. They would have a blast to have you. I'd love to see you in there. It's $3 a day, $99 a month, $270 for a quarter, or a G for the year, man. And I'm telling you right now, I have a course in there that people will charge you $2 to $3 grand for. You could just sign up for the month and take advantage of just my course and bounce. Like, I'm serious. I don't even mind that. If you just want to get a great education and you're from a place and you don't have a lot of money, hit my 99, go into my content directory, and it will take you a month to go through my course. There's so many videos. A month from now, you'll know so much more, and then you can go on your merry way and watch my live. I'm not trying, everyone's like, oh, I just want to provide whatever I can for everybody in the world. A lot of people like to be in for the year. They want to pay, people pay for the year all the time. They love it. Sign up if you want to change your life. Why would you do it? And I'm just going to briefly show for a half a second, and then I'm on back to the charts. I'd much rather give you the charts. All right. But you take a look. I mean, I gave an accurate call for Bitcoin last night. Beautiful move. XCN went up for 123% gains. I gave the exact place to get in, and then it ripped to the upside. The thing was out of control. So accurate call for Bitcoin, even when we were bearish out the bear flag, right? Deep Book Protocol, before it ripped to the upside, that thing was gone for 100%. The Trump coin for 37 when I called the bottom there out the cup and handle. And even when I called Trump way even before, when it had the bigger pump right here for 161%. I traded this that night. It made about, in a weekend, I made about 55,000 in one weekend trading this. It was 2 separate trades, though. This one was, I think, the second one that made me about 34,000 overnight. Anyway, so if you want to learn how to make gains with the lifer, if you want to get in simp with the beautiful inverted head and shoulder, blasted for 145%, bang, bang, bang. And so there's gains to be had every single day. I hit XCN beautifully. And this trade might play out absolutely lovely too. Idea behind this trade is a long position here. I would think of getting in, and I'm in right now, so just on a bigger time frame. And yeah, I mean, a little sketchy because the stop loss for a 3-to-1 has to be somewhere there. You could make it like a 2.5 and be below the 200 MA, and again, as long as the 15 minute stays above the 200 MA, I'm bullish. If we ever were to come down and close a candle below that, it would, you're back in this doldrum area again. So far, so good for Bitcoin. It's looking more bullish than bearish, and it looks like it may be Bitcoin weekend. And I'm going to break that down for you in the top-down analysis later on today. All right, that's going to come out, I think, 4 o'clock, something like that, and we're going to break that and show you kind of all that fun stuff. All right? Yes, we will. All right? I do have my American pin on. I'm rocking it. Made sure I ordered it. Had to have that once Trump got in, you know what I mean? Don't play around. American flags, baby. American flags. American flags. Shout out to the 2,590 people here on the live. 650 likes. Dear Lord, thank you so much for those beautiful likes you gave me. 656 beautiful souls gave me a like. That is one of the greatest feelings I've ever had. I can't believe people did that. I'm so grateful for those likes. Thank you so much for them. And everyone that gave them is definitely going to get blessed. That's such the nicest thing you could do. You could walk by someone in the street, you could tip them. You'd have to go in your pocket, though, and actually do something. This is really just moving your hand over a mouse and hitting that like button. It does so much. It's good karma for you, and I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to the beautiful souls that did hit that like button. You're going to get so much, 10 times your way back in karma, man. You guys are awesome, guys and girls, all the people that did that. Blessings on blessings. Thank you so much for that like button. You people are absolutely amazing. Whoever hit that like button, it's coming back to you tenfold. You're classy, amazing, and respectful people. God bless you. So, unreal. I like this move here for Bitcoin, and it looks like we may go higher. It really does. Follow me at Twitter, at CryptoLifer33, and I'll be pumping more stuff your way. Life lessons, ideas, thoughts, anything that comes at me. I have a lot of instances in moments. But look, the differences between average people and extraordinary achievers is not talent. It's not luck. It's mindset. It's the willingness to push beyond your limits, to do what others won't, to be what others can. And that's just it. That's just it. You can cry and moan and make excuses. You can make reasons to be amazing. There's no excuses, only reasons to be awesome. Yeah, amen. Okay, moving forward. So XCN was the hot coin of the day. Is there anything else that I would be looking at that's super hot right now? You know, there's a bunch of things that I'm in. And, you know, again, I talk about deep a lot because the chart looks good. And I do own a huge bag of it. But it makes sense. If SWE is supposed to be the hot chain, right? And dang, it fell out of that flag. But it looks like it could be in just a bigger consolidation. Does look like it could be Adam and Eving here a little bit. Let's take a look at it on the daily. A little far away from that 21-day moving average. Chance maybe it does come back for some lower prices. A bounce off 24. Like to scoop up a little more deep if possible. I don't know if I'm going to be that lucky though. Let's take a look at the 12 and the 4 hour. You see the 4 hours already kind of interacting. But yeah, it does have kind of an Adam and Eve there, which may give it some dump. I don't like that roundedness inside the channel. That's usually not what I'm looking for. But if the whole market rips, this will bounce and we will have a huge move too. So just because it pumped really hard recently, I'm just a little weary of it. But you know, I'm in it, so just not, you know. But I mean, the Stokes look great. The MACD does too, and so does the RSI. So I'd like to see a bounce. If this bounces and consolidates, ooh, might even lev trade it. You know what I mean? Up to 5.7. So I would keep this on your radar. What I like to do is just throw a vertical line, right click it and add an alert to it. When price action crosses that alert, it'll let me know. And I'll get a ding, and it will tell me what's happening. All right. Let's take a look at the super chats here. We always get a lot. You people are absolutely so nice. It's amazing. Let's take a look at the fan funding here today. Wow, it's full. Unbelievable. We got Sweet Bid McGee for 99. God bless you. Thank you. And he gave us a little emoji. God bless you, Sweet Bid McGee. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Tima is at the top buy zone. Top 1K holder. We're getting airdrops every month. Top 10's worth 8K average. KuCoin listing coming up. Bullish. It is very oversold. I hope it does well for you, my friends. Botify when you get a chance. Botify. Never. I think I actually just looked at that maybe yesterday for a second. And I did give you FARTBOY. I told you guys it was likely going to rip to the upside. I just, I said if anything goes parabolic, I believe FARTBOY will. And I drew this out for the trading group. And I just said, I don't, I said yesterday, I said, it looks good to me. I said that consolidation is nice. And yeah. And so I called this out for the channel, for the group. I drew this parabolic move. I don't do this all the time. Go look at the last coin. I drew this and said it's, I only draw this for like certain big meme, I do this for other coins, but very rarely on a meme coin. And I don't know, I could just, because it came up and consolidated for so long, every time I've seen that, and look, I needed no indicators to do this. All I had to use was just it was an ascending triangle. And honestly, like 90% of these ascending triangles on these AI agent meme kind of whatever coins on Solana, they play out. And so there's a double up for Fartcoin since yesterday. It's up 200%, still holding gains of about 111. So, and I drew the present. That was my measured move, was to 433. How did I know that was the measured move? I just took it a very elongated line there, and then I straightened it. And you'd say, Sam, you didn't do this. You drew this after the fact. You like to fill in the blanks. You're one of those guys. And then you try to sell it on everybody. You're a loser, Sam. We know your game. And I'd be like, all right, let's take a look. FARTBOY, right? Did I put a space in it? I don't know. Maybe I did. I don't know. Right? Hopefully I did not. Look, the super chats were FARTBOY. Also been watching FARTBOY. Look at this. This guy's got it on the low too. Like, again, it's not just me. We got so many people in the group. Well, let's take a look. Let's go back to yesterday's live. So, heck, you could be like, oh, was it in the paid live group? No, it wasn't even in the paid live group. It was on the live stream for free. Like, I'm a nice guy, man. I want as many people to make as much money as they can. All right. When I do that, God takes care of me. You see what I'm saying? So that's the plan. And honestly, just don't be afraid to give away your knowledge and to help others. If you do that, somehow, some way, everything will come your way. Trust me. And it will feel a little scary at first, but things will go your way over time. Well, look, I'm looking at yesterday's live stream, right? Real quick. And we'll take you to the timestamps where I'm sure we're going to find FARTBOY right there. And you can see I'm telling you, FARTBOY's about to blast. Look, Sean, take this and write me. I guess I'll write the tweet, but I'll just post this to you so I have it. But I'm going to tweet that. I'm going to say, look, if you were at the stream yesterday, you would have seen me go over FARTBOY and call a parabolic run to the upside. 24 hours later, FARTBOY is up 200% and past the target. And I didn't do this for tons of coins. I did this for FARTBOY because look at the consolidation. Man, price action tells you when you do this as long as me, price action telegraphs you the move. It just tells you what's likely going to happen, and whether you listen to it or not is up to you. But there you go. Shout out to anyone that got into FARTBOY for massive gains, and I'm not even, I don't care. I know I'm saying FARTBOY, but it is what it is. I like the technical analysis. It looked great. And people say, you can't do TA on these coins. You can. Because human emotions go into them. And anything human emotions come into is basically giving me that moment in the chart. It's telling me what's happening. And so because I have